It's your boy. Hash info. Look at this. Tell me that ain't a crepe, bud. We made this in a pancake frying pan. We're making crepes for days. Bro. It's a vanilla protein pancake. High fiber, high protein. It has a high molecular molecule rate. So we're gonna have pancakes. Got my wife to throw me up a fork. She was not gung-ho to do so. She's like, I cannot throw you a fork. She knows how shitty of a thrower she is. Oh, it made me laugh. I'm like, what if you had to? For whatever reason, what if you had to get me a fork? She threw it up. It's a good wife. Yo! How you doing? We're just pouring maple syrup on our... I gotta be exact here. Never enough. Now you take a piece and you put it on top, and you take another piece and you put it on top. You're gonna watch me mukbang while I'm cooking. You wanna watch me mukbang? Or do you wanna watch the crepe mukbang the pan? Huh? I know you wanna watch me mukbang. It's been a while. I used to like that song. It's been a while. I don't know how it goes. Since I... But that's it. That's all I remember. Ready? And I don't know who sings it, and I don't know what it's called. But I'll guess. It's been a while. It usually isn't the name of the song, but if you can get the lyrics, you just put that in and it'll come up on YouTube. Here you go. This bite's for you. Look onto the crepeness. This is folded 4 times. Paper thin, bud. Crepe of the year. I was going to give this to my wife, but I'm so hungry. Mmm. Wow. I'm not even sure if my wife likes crepes or pancakes better. I never know. I know she loves pancakes, so. Damn, this is good. I spit all over my plate and everything was so good. Oh, man. Wow, that last bite was better than the Then the two before that, but the one before that, the third one before that, last one, woo, was half as good as the last one. The first three were 3/4 as good as the last one, but nothing topped the last one. Woo! That bite. Damn! We're really doing it. We're getting crepes in us. You want to see? I'm the crepe maker extraordinaire. It's like we know what we're doing, bud. I gotta get this one to my wife. It doesn't even matter if the rest don't turn out. I gotta get this one to my wife. I spit all over my plate. The right thing to do is go get her plate. Obviously, I'm not. Yeah, I have to. Not because I spit over, because this will be ready so soon. I could, no, she has to, I need toppings. I gotta top it for her. Give me 1 second to go get her plate. Hey, Mom, I need your plate. I made you a crepe this time. Heavenly crepe. You don't? Oh, this works out heavenly. I'll eat the crepe and I'll make you pancake. Okay? Oh, perfect. The best wife. She hates crepes. She didn't say hates. That's a strong word. She said, I don't like crepes. Oh my goodness gracious. We get to eat this. I was giving my wife a serious solid. She doesn't want it. More for the husband. Yes, I said husband. Look at the toupette on me. It's a full thick head of hair I got though. This all grew in overnight. And this onto this, bud. I was thinking of probably doing like a Viking. Probably put like start doing my beard bejeweled. I was gonna start bejeweling my beard, I think. Excuse me. The Frenchmen are erratic. They don't want you burp out. Damn it! You can't burp while you make crepes. It's against the law in France. Dans France, c'est illegal, huh? I pulled this off a hot pan. This thing is so hot. I barely have any. Almost any. Feeling left in my all my hands, even like my hands are like basically cinder blocks if you really think about it, with dicks on the end of the cinder block, you know. So 10 dicks on the end of the cinder block is basically how you describe Hashman's hands. These things are not too good. They're like rickety and old. They still legendary status on all mobile gaming. I checked. I was like, whew. Okay, I still got it. Almost 45 and I still got it? Okay, good. Like, when am I... Oh, don't even go there. I'm always going to have it. I'm just going to pass on. I'm going to be like, you know what? One day I'm just be like, you know what? No. It even makes me sad. I almost want to start crying saying it. I'll be able to game telepathically. I won't even have to move my hands anymore. So it's going to be awesome. Isn't that technically a dream then? VR dream world? Alright, so we got a crepe here. Oh, I gotta get the next... My wife wants a pancake. I gotta get her a pancake and then there isn't much left. So she's gonna get a pancake. Right there. And I'm gonna have this really skinny crepe. Apparently we're getting really skinny this summer because... Did I have 2 pieces of pizza last night or 3? I don't know, but it's a shame. I should have had about 6 or 7 and I didn't. And they weren't like half the size of a newspaper either, so that's a real shame. So she's got a pancake brewing there. I think I gotta do this to it. Just think I cocked over a perfect pancake, but it's still gonna be an edible pancake. It just looked like a Ghostbuster symbol or something instead of a circle. So I like to hit my crepes like this. Oh. Okay, so if I put all the syrup to the top for a second, I'll have 1.293 seconds to show you. I'm doing it wrong. Okay. Oh, I see. So we're gonna flip, turn, and slide all at the same time. Take a look. Look carefully and fast. Use your good eyes. You thought I was kidding about the 1.239? No, bud. Seriously. Master gamer. Whoa! Hashman. Woohoo! Breeder extraordinaire. Whoa! Wow! Whoa! Whoa! Maybe a close-up on her. It's that sexy. Wow! 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 When I feel it in the night. Look at that. Paper thin. You thought I was playing when I said I make crepes? No, bud. I actually know what I'm doing. I can make pizza, crepes. When you come to what was that? When you come to my restaurant, which is not open, you're going to really be delighted by my food, which will one day be open. And if you complain, you're never coming back. So one complaint, I don't care if you complain about a French fry, you can't come back. If you complain about a French fry, you're probably getting tuned, bud. If you find a beard hair in your fries, that's good luck. You just shut your mouth and eat it. Je peux aussi parler en français. If you want to complain to me in French, you're done, bud. Oh, man. Let me put it this way. If you're lucky enough to come to my home restaurant in the woods somewhere, oh, man. I'm going to call it the Naked Apple. It's going to be $500 a plate. Oh, man. I'm not even selling any of the food. I'm going to eat it all myself. This is the best meal I've ever had. No, anyone that has had crepes knows. There's a lot of banging going on. Like continuous banging. Hard rock. Straight 80s music. The hair. The bangs. The knockers. Oh. I don't make the rules. I just break them. Ooh! I'm here for days. I got all the best lines. Oh, I lost a little bit of syrup there. Don't worry. Hang on. It's a small appetizer for you, Trudeau. A little fart in the wind there for you. Oh, this is damn good. Damn good. Last bite. Oh my god. Yum. I need my wife's plate. Give me 1 second. Wait, I'll have a sip of this for you. Let me talk to you and explain what's really going on. I feel more Viking after having those crepes from France. I feel like Vikings went through France and just beat it right up really quickly. So I've got my wife's plate here. She hasn't been using all her syrup, which is good. She now has syrup for her next pancake. And then we've made my wife a wonderful, I'm going to call this a crepe cake. She's going to love it. Look at this. But look how thin it is. And it smells like a crepe and it looks like a crepe. Oh, look how thin that is. Wow. She said she didn't want any. I can't help myself. I'm not changing the way that I make these. It's actually not that. I'm not going to get into it though. I don't want to explain. I'm not here to teach you. This isn't a master class. Oh, she just wants just a dash of syrup because of the syrup on her plate remaining. I want her to be healthy and live a very long time like me. So I can be right. Oh, first I have to put a pan, something in this pan. She's my world. I love her. Is that dangerous? Emotionally speaking, probably, but it feels so beautiful. And if you've ever been in love, then you'd know. As thinking of it from like a bit of a science point of view, it's you never want to really get attached to anything. That is bad to do, but better for you, like in the end only, but the whole way it'll be empty, right? So think about that. Says it's an 8 out of 10. She doesn't like crepes. Ugh. Upsetting. And she said that's the best you're gonna get out of me. Pissed me off. That's a just walked away. Jaw dragging by the coffee table on the sofa. Bad wife. I'm making her like really. Oh wow! Here's a really perfect pancake. This is gonna get me that 10. F her, eh? She says we only get an 8 out of her. That's gonna be the gold star standard from now. I'm gonna have to try and live up to this. This is like my buddy G used to make pancakes. I don't like fluffy pancakes. His pancakes were perfectly fluffy. If they got any rounder, science would have had to been redeveloped around his circular pancakes. So he's a perfectionist and this and that. And so I sanitized the coffee pot. It's 111. I have a few things to put away on the counter. Sanitize the whole counter. Wipe the microwave down, the counter, the cupboards, the door, the dishwasher, the oven door, the fridge doors, the freezer door, and then come over here and wipe down the stainless steel table over there. Put away the tripod and some screens I got out. And we got a bunch of stuff from Home Depot, some supplies and some things. I gotta get some of that going. So take me about 5-10 minutes to do some of it, and then I got another 20 minutes, half hour after that. But I'm just doing little touch-ups on the wall here. There's like little tiny smidges. On the staircase, we've been hauling stuff out from the basement, so I'm going to touch up those spots on both sides of the wall. My wife is just barbaric. Bring her up the stairs when she brings stuff out. That's why I have to bring up everything. She's pretty not copacetic about it. Look at this pancake I made. Let me peel it off there so you know I cooked it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. It seems to be holding more heat than the other. Something to do with the thickness probably. It's retaining more heat. Maybe I'll throw it at her. I'll be like, what if we had to? Catch! 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 I could do it. I could throw it from the top of the stairs. I couldn't race down and grab it, but if I was standing on the bottom and a good looking dude like me threw it from the top, I'd be able to catch it on the bottom on a plate. No problem. Would I dive for a crepe? Yes, I would dive for a crepe. This is a pancake that is more, it's like 78%, 88% pancake, 12% crepe. She's going to be impressed with that one. Whether she has it now or later, it doesn't matter to me. I'm eating this last one. It's going to be awesome. First, you got to get all the crepe batter out of the damn bowl. It usually takes about half hour when it's the last one. But there is a crepe in here. Might not be it's a decent crepe. It's not going to be the world's greatest, most filling crepe. These are very filling because they are protein and fiber rich. They're densely packed with nutrients. That was actually the bottom of a pancake mix called Flourish. So you've heard of them, you've heard of them. If you haven't, yeah, I've not. My wife picked it up. Apparently the ladies like to talk about it on the Facebooks. I don't know if that's where it's from or not. I'm guessing. Some social media. It could be Instagram. I don't know. But the pancake mix is here. It's got 23 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber. Flourish protein pancake and waffle mix. So there you go. I'm kind of full, but I think I should eat 3. That's not a lot. That's not very much food. But they are, like it says, I think I made 1.5 batch, so it's more like 35 grams of protein and 12 grams of fiber or something, roughly. But I didn't eat all that. I gave her about 33-40% of that probably. She had just a little 3 squares of pancake the first time, and then she had a crepe. Oh no, she didn't have a crepe. She had a crepe pancake, and it's only been this big. So that's actually her pancake, and this is mine. So once these are done, shut this off. Wash this pan, which takes 10 seconds. When I make pancakes or something with a little bit of vegetable oil or olive oil, just put a little hot water in, run your hot water for a second, and be careful it's a hot pan. Maybe don't do it till it cools off quite a bit, but I stick the pan in the sink, point the pan down, let the oil trickle to the bottom, and then I'll slowly point the nozzle down, point it all away from me, and then I'll turn the water on, slowly run it, and just let it drain down into the sink. You're pretty good after 5 seconds. You can kind of get in there, turn the water on a little more, and get a little more accurate. You definitely don't want to get hot oil on you. hot oil sticks to your skin. It basically dives into your skin pores and burns you from like the inside up. Oil is not cool. I've been burned. I had a bad burn on my hand when I was like 16, no, about 18 or 19. I had a bad burn on my hand from oil. It was like the size of a bigger than an Oreo, and I had a burn on my hand. And this thing flared up like 4 inches high. And there's like a goose bubble of stuff on my hand. It was the worst thing I ever felt in my life as a young person. And then I actually got a worse burn than that when I was older. But I was making edibles on the stove with vegetable oil back in the day, 22 years ago, 23 years ago. And my buddy G was there. It was at his place. And he's like standing beside me. And I was pouring it, or I stirred it, and it went bloop, and a little bit bubbled and like went straight up. And for some reason I stirred it, and it landed right on my hand. It was like just, it was, he's like, oh man, that landed on your hand. And I'm like, oh, and I'm not saying anything. And he's standing by the sink, and he's a big guy. I'm like, move. And I run the cold water on it, and the thing just went from nothing to whoop. And I'm like, holy. I stayed though. I stayed for like 4 or 6 hours, to hardly said a word about it. And we finished it anyway. We didn't even use it. We didn't even really know what we were doing, and we cooked it way too long. Kind of got smoky in the kitchen. It was funny, but at the same time, it was a waste. Plus, but I went back to the drawing board in my head, and I'm like, okay, something's not right here. And I was using a recipe from a dude in BC back in 2000, 1999 or 2000. But it turns out that recipe and that method is still one of the ways that I still use to this day, but differently, but still that same beginning. The building blocks from that day, 23 years ago or 22 and a half years ago, I still use to this day. I taught myself through trial and error, and it was a monstrous fail. But there was no videos on what I was doing. There was a little blurb on something like Overgrow, or it was on this other website, and this one dude was able to message me back once or twice. I can't remember what happened at all or how it went, but it was really cool that it happened at all. It was how I became an expert on making cookies and stuff. I actually used that method and went back and thought there's got to be an easier way, and I found an easier way, and I use that still I make it so many different ways, and it has so many different properties. It's like a banana. Think of it like this: a banana in the very first state is very green and very young. The next state is a little bit yellow, a little bit ripe, and still very green and still very young. But they have two very different vitamins that they give in high concentrate at different times. So we'll say, I don't know, you can look this up for yourself and find the exact vitamin that's enriched with at the time it's ripening. But it starts out at very green, high in iron. A little bit, like I said, the second stage, maybe high in calcium. I'm not sure what they are, but it is true though. But that's why they taste different, and that's why they're sweet, that's why they're tart. Those things are the terpenes, actually, like it's the flavonoids that actually, they don't govern it, but that's what it tastes like. That's what iron tastes like in the green form, that very gritty, or whatever it is. I'm not saying it's iron, but it is something. There's potassium is in there, and a bunch of other things. And there's 6 states. There's the very dark black state of the banana, when it's very sweet, is another type of totally different nutrient that's released at that state. And there's very low iron in the last state. Do you get what I mean? So if you don't, you'd have to understand growing. It's called a window. You have a window of opportunity when that is in that state to eat it and harvest those abundant nutrients, at peak concentrated nutritional value, right? 100% of your daily intake of iron. You go to wait to the last stage, the very black state, when it's in the blackest part of the banana, it's good for baking and stuff. There's no iron at all. Food is way deeper than we understand. It's not only like that with a banana, all food is like that. An orange has different states, a pear has different states, apples have different states, spinach, kale, they all have different states. And there are, on a zucchini, for instance, a zucchini flower at the top of it is also very nutritious, but it has to be eaten before the zucchini is ripe, or right as the zucchini is ripe, I guess. Maybe like 3 days before the zucchini is picked and then washed and eaten, or maybe the day the zucchini is picked and then washed or eaten. I'm not exactly sure, but go look up a zucchini flower and the timing and the window for when to best harvest the zucchini flower on top. They're so tasty. I used to eat them not all the time, but whenever we had them in the garden at my chick's parents' place, I'd go harvest them and I would make them. It's big in Asia, and that's where the recipes come from. That's where I don't know where I got it from Food Network, from like Iron Chef. So yeah, probably from an Asian inspired chef. Yeah. I don't know though. I can't remember. So it's just a very good. It's like an extra that you get if you grow it yourself. If you don't grow it yourself, you can find them in the store, but they're not. It's not as easy to find as you think. You might find it at like a farmer's market or something like that. I should almost do an informational at farmers markets. So many young people think that using cow manure and using animal feces is good. Maybe at one time, but not anymore. I've heard through the well, I know for a fact it's not. It's the cause of most E. coli outbreaks and everything like that. You have to be very careful. And I don't know, I might start doing grow videos again. I haven't really truly decided, but I don't know. I'm going to be doing them. I just haven't decided if I'm going to wait closer to a few more years before I do them again. Maybe I'll just make videos, like I'll record, I'll archive videos right now, and then in a couple of years maybe I'll upload a bunch. I love you all very much. Have a great day. If you live in Winnipeg, be on the lookout for a blue Jeep Patriot 2012. Dent on the driver's side door. Guy was last seen wearing sandals, shorts, gray hoodie with white writing. Go check out my last two videos to get like a. You can see, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but there's a thumbnail there. Go check it out. Of the abductor and the vehicle that he stole. They're heading westbound on Portage at 2 a.m. So they could be as far as, well, it's 1:30 in the afternoon now, so they could be as far as getting close to Saskatchewan. I'm pretty sure. But if I'm being real, he turned off. I know for a fact. I feel like he turned off. Maybe before, I don't know. I feel like before Henderson, or right after that area. And there's like side roads. I just feel like he went down a side road, left or right, but he definitely went down a side road after he was last seen going down Portage. I wish we knew who he was, because if we knew who he was, we would know his points, you know? Oh, excuse me, anywhere he grew up or he's been. We should be trying to name this person. And that might lead us to more information about where he could be going. Gotta do other things, like think about extras, ways to get him, because it's not going to be easy if he's been if he's been out this long. It's not going to get that easy. But helicopters sure wouldn't hurt. I hope they're using everything they can. They better be, I'll say that. I hope. But the helicopters are what is going to catch that guy if he's still in that Jeep. Because, or a really observant police officer, or an awesome, bystander doing the right thing. Hopefully you saw the hash info show and you went out looking for the scumbag. Don't get involved. Just phone the police. You want to help? Call the police and follow the vehicle. Make sure you do that. Especially if you dropped her off somewhere, you know what I mean? You gotta find out, you gotta let them get out the information for them. Alright. I gotta get some stuff did.